Hey guys, Chrissy here. What you're gonna get is a black background because I'm out on the back porch so that my family doesn't hear this. My dad and my mom and my other dad and my auntie, both of them, will see this probably on Facebook if they watch these. Here's the thing. I wanted to tell everybody without telling everybody, even though I plastered it on Facebook. I'll explain. 6 days ago, I picked up what was supposed to be my boyfriend from where he was and brought him up to hang out with some friends in Nelsonville with me. And there was another friend up there that was kind of questionable, so I understood that he was in a bad mood because of that. That's what I thought. Well, that was, as you know, around last Thursday. And when I dropped him back off in Shancy, he was supposed to call me later that night or the next day. And he hadn't called, like I said, for 6 days. So, last night, I got a phone call while I was asleep that I had missed, so I called back to it and found out that it was his friend's phone that he had used. And he had sent me a text on it that said he loved me very, very much. Well, the next thing I know, his friend and another person that I talked to confirmed to me that he's had another girlfriend since Thursday. I don't know what to think, because it's kind of messed up, because last night he turned around and gave this guy my phone number, like from where he used his phone. He asked him, he says, "Dude, do you care if I call her, text her, whatever?" And Dana's like, "Why should I care? I got that girl anyway." I know the girl's name, and I know where she lives. But I'm not the way I'm used to be, I'm not going to send anybody over there or go over there and tell her what kind of guys she's getting with, because any girl that would take a guy with all the problems Dana's got, like I did, more power to him. I put everything I had into being with him. I left a guaranteed place to live by myself. Most of my things. Got rid of a dog that I had had the whole time I was married. Everything. I basically left everything behind except my parents and the rest of my family to be with him. I spent almost 3 years living in his house. It would have been 3 years in July, as a matter of fact. And I moved out of his house officially moved out of his house August 29th. And I've been staying with my mom and dad and some friends and here and there, waiting on an apartment, which he was supposed to come in, live in with me. A week ago, when we last spoke, like I said, almost a week ago, 6 days, when we were standing there, he had said, "Yeah, I can come up during the week, but I have to go home on the weekend, or I can come up on the weekend and be home during the week." I didn't quite understand then why he couldn't, and obviously now I do. I think he intended on sleeping with and dating both of us, and hoping neither one of us would find out. Or he was intending on dumping me the rest of the way when he talked to me last night. And I think he knew I thought something was funny, because I asked him why he hadn't called, and he just said, "Oh, well, here, my friend wants to talk to you, take the phone," and handed it to his friend. So, knowing what I know now, obviously me and Dana are 100% over. Going through the seizure stuff that he had with his drinking was one thing, but cheating's something else. I have never cheated on Dana the whole time I was with him. A girl type friend that I have here in town, I did flirt with, but that's not cheating. I wasn't flirting to sleep with her. I didn't touch her. I didn't kiss her. We've always acted like that, you know, kind of flirtatious, joking around. She always slept in a different bed than I did and all that. He thought something different because he asked me that night why I was sleeping with her, and I told him I wasn't. She told him I wasn't. And even my two friends we were staying with that night tried to tell him I wasn't. When I dropped him off the next morning, he said he'd love me and he'd see me soon and he'd call me and that. I don't know if he was just trying to break the blow or what. There's a really nice guy that's interested in me that for the last few days I've been telling him, you know, hey, I think I'm still with Dana. As far as I know, we're still dating. I need to wait and find out what's going on. So I guess in a way Dana did me a favor because it leaves me free to date whoever I want. But on the other side of it, in all truth, it hurts. It's a 15-year friendship, and we had dated once before for 4 years, off and on. And he cheated on me then with a girl that we knew. And I just chalked it up to us being young and dumb when he asked me out this time. I think there's something to be learned from this. The only thing I can say is once a cheater, always a cheater. I never thought I'd say that because I admit when I was in high school, I was the type of girl that would cheat on a guy. But this time that me and Dana were together for all 3 years, I never cheated on him once. Not once. I had plenty of chances, plenty of offers, and turned them all down. And when Dana said to me that 2 girls had been coming to his house and trying to get him to sleep with them and this, that, and the other, I actually took him at his word that he didn't do it. I guess I was wrong. I guess this Cassie girl must be one of the 2 girls that came over. So, yeah. I would come on camera, but my face is all screwed up from crying. You don't want to see that, number 1. And number 2, like I said, I didn't want my family to hear me doing this video at the minute. On a lighter note, I am now hanging out with a guy as friends so far, like I said. Steve is a really nice guy. He plays the wind flute, and it's actually made of wood. He's really good at it. There's a video here on YouTube on my subscriptions on the channel called Max Photo that shows him playing and talking about life and things. And if we're really lucky, I might be able to get him to play on camera for us sometime once iVlog gets jump-started. I know that Eb is interested in doing a flute medley with him. And besides that, he said he's totally okay with who I am. He likes me for who I am. And it's not that Dana's friend's a bad guy, because he's not. You know, he knew what he was walking into when he texted me and called me. And he wasn't trying to be crass or rude or anything, you know. He said something to me that made a lot of sense. He said, sometimes the best way to get over someone is to hang out with other people. The only thing is, his idea of hanging out isn't the same as mine. Making out with someone or sleeping with someone is not going to get over the pain that Dana's caused me. So, nobody worry about that. I'm not going to jump right into bed with the first person that I come to. But this is Squeak saying, sometimes in life, the lessons we learn are unexpected, but well needed. Remember to feel the love, rock on, and pass it on, no matter what. Even if they hate you for it later. And I guess I must have been doing something right, because he obviously does. Take care, y'all. Boy.